I mean, he looks pretty rude if you ask me.
Jesus fucking Christ!
How you keep doing this, man?
Does a sneak attack apply this
Yeah.
time?
Your therapist really knows.
No,
knows
it
what he's
doesn't.
doing.
How do you describe how you kill him? Because that's enough to take him out.
Well, generally when you are wounding somebody in a gunfight, you draw a line up their body of shots. This was a line of stabs from groin to chest to neck, and it ended when he kicked him off the end of his blade and swiped the blood off.
Not bad. I like it. Hand.
Yeah.
Is that on the hobgoblin? Not the hobgoblin, the troll?
Yeah, it's the only one in range.
Yeah, you basically bash its skull in. It's dead.
And also more regen.
It cannot regen off that.
No, I mean mine.
Mm-hmm. Ilnam.
Hey, buddy. You should probably surrender. In Goblin.
Top of the order. Arrow.
Oh, we shoot him.
Yeah, figured as much.
We were giving him all the chances. He's just not decided to take the initiative in order to do so.
The 10 misses. The 8 is a hit.
Only for 10 damage.
18 is a hit, excuse me. Alright. Sirach.
Well, I don't speak Goblin. So I can't hear the calls for surrender. Or the intimidation of trying to get him to surrender.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, did Kermit the Frog just respond?
I think so.
I was about to say.
Kermit. I don't know what that was. But that was not Kermit the Frog. It's more high pitched for me.
But I'm gonna throw some successive liver blows at him and just fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, figured.
Yeah.
The first hit kills him, so it doesn't matter. Congratulations, you killed them all.
Yeah, looks like it.
What would you say the highest hit die total of the ball was?
He just keeps going.
I mean, he's got to replace a fallen soldier.
Yep.
I would... It's either the Zealot or the Forest Soldier.
How much hit dice does the Forest Soldier have? I don't care if a shit about the Zealot. His hit dice level is probably in his magic abilities, which go away when he's raised, so I don't care about them.
Forest Soldier's at 4.
Ooh, this is consideration time. I could move the arrow guy into my command feat, which would give me 4 back. Need to double check some.
While you consider that, do you want to loot the bodies?
Yes.
Always.
Okay, well, the trolls have their collars on them, and you notice that the 2 Forest Soldier scouts had keys to them. You get all their weapons, which includes 3 longbows of masterwork quality, 1 short bow of masterwork quality. You have 2 battle axes, masterwork quality. You have the glaive from the Forest Soldier, which is a 2-handed weapon, by the way. So now, in terms of their other gear, you got 2 things of studded leather armor, one thing of chain, which is what the breastplate, which is what the Forest Soldier was wearing, and the Forest Soldier also had a cloak he was wearing, a backpack, a bedroll, a signal whistle, and in the backpack is a potion of cure moderate wounds, along with the signal whistle and all water skins and a couple of pieces of paper inside of it, and his rations, of course. The scouts, pretty standard stuff that you've seen constantly. They wearing their padded armor. Excuse me, I said I'm sorry, stud leather. Wrong group.
Yep.
They have 2 potions of cure light wounds between them. Oh, by the way, everybody had about 20 arrows left apiece, if that matters. And you notice that one of the scouts also had a alchemist fire, and of course their rations as well. So it's like when I say rations, just picture like 3 days worth of rations per character. So
Give me the commander thing. I'll take him.
All right, I'm glad you're shopping. Give me a second. I will do that. Let me just finish with the housekeeping. The zealot had the short bow, 20 arrows, a spell component pouch, 28 gold on them, studded leather, buckler, and a bastard sword they never got to use, and 2 tanglefoot bags.
What kind of sword?
A bastard sword.
But
You
we
said-
don't talk about that play company.
You wanted the forest soldier, right?
Oh, yeah, the commander.
The little leader of this group.
Yeah. I'm just going to raise him as a normal skeleton. And I'm going to shift one of my arrow guys over to my command on dead feet. Since technically they're 4 hit die guys. I'll eat up that whole bucket and...
So what was he wearing then? It was the breastplate.
Breastplate. He had the glaive, and he had the longbow, or the composite longbow. I should say. So they had a composite longbow. Those 2 had studded leather. Excuse me. Those 2 in the zealot had studded leather.
Ilnam, do you know what this cloak is? Is it like magic or normal?
give me a sec. Where's my own sheet?
It is a cloak of resistance +1.
What does that mean?
It gives you a +1 to your fortitude, will, and reflex.
Okay,
throws.
so it's a cloak of resistance.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, just the +1 part threw me off a bit.
That's okay.
What's the name of this guy?
I will leave him on the side for you to do whatever you want. In the backpack, I mentioned like the water skin and all of his other stuff in there. You notice like several pieces of paper. They seem to have actually wax seals and stuff on it. Do you wish to open them?
Yes, check it out.
The opening, as you unscroll the paper, you see written in common. It says, "To my Curva son, here are some of the reinforcements you requested. I will be meeting for a few days with Lieutenant Jang at one of those at that forest fort that we took over. Reports of the other forts have gone awry. One of them has been almost totally destroyed. Do not go there until you have a full retinue and that the entire southern forest is under our control. The other fort has been taken over by occupiers. We need to deal with them later. P.S. Stop fucking around and kill all those survivors of this stupid town already, or else you're going to get my iron on you. Signed, Scabviston."
I already know I'm going to name that guy Scab.
So,
Have the father and son set.
Scarred Scab.
so one of the forts has been retaken. One of them is completely destroyed, and one of them's occupied still.
Seems that way. Is that are we including the readout that we found that had been taken over in that, or is that are we counting that as a
that
thing?
Auburn says that's just a redoubt. That's not a
That's
fort at
not
all.
one of their forts. Okay.
Maybe we should go to. Look, maybe we should check out that map you said that we looked at before. Maybe we should, in a few days, maybe head out to one of those areas and see what we can find.
See if we can find that fort.
But which one? We don't want to go into the one that's been taken, no? We probably can't take it back yet.
Oh, we're not going to know which is which until we actually get there. So we can at least scout it out.
Let's get back to the troglodyte caves first with all the stuff we have. Maybe we could regroup and formulate a new plan then.
I definitely want to unload all this stuff. And make sure everyone's doing okay.
Congratulations, you survived the encounter.
Yeah. Fire damage is useful.
It
Yeah,
is,
I'm
if
glad
they're-
I have that.
Yeah, especially if they're going to start using trolls.
Yeah, we know that there's trolls up
Yeah.
north. With good thing we picked up a couple alchemist fires along the way. We can start lobbing those
Mhm.
things at them too if we need to.
Oh god, it keeps getting bigger.
Just
forgot-
keeps swelling up. It's crazy.
Forgot to do that actually for this session. Each session it gets bigger by one. That's the little hook. Anyway, you make it back to the cavern, the troglodyte caves.
Okay.
The little crystal scorpion thing's up. Now he's gone. Never mind.
He's just vibing.
The good news is you got most of your characters here, so I don't have to delete everything.
Well, our counteroffensive
Was a
went well.
success.
Yeah. And we have a reasonable idea of some forts, along with what's going on.
The question now is, where are you going to go?
Which fort?
It was
One
the
with
fort to the
potential
far
shields.
north. He said might be being used as a garrison right now.
That's probably where they're meeting. The one to the northeast is then the one that was either destroyed or retaken. And then there's one more that we don't know about.
I don't know
That-
if the trolls actually are a fort or not.
That picture is terrifying of the grinning blue guy.
That's dense. The
I
forest
don't know.
commander.
Oh god.
Before-
Jesus
soldier.
Christ.
Oh no.
I
Is
named
that
him
from-
dense. Didn't fucking listen.
Is that a anime thing?
No.
Okay.
I've also only just now noticed that 3 of those are animated.
Oh yeah.
I was trying to make
the-
them all animated, but the certain ones I wanted, I couldn't find animations for.
Fair enough.
Because their source isn't actually animated. Some clever asshole figured out cool ways to animate these unanimated pictures, and that's why I'm like, oh, cool, I'll use them all.
I will point out that many of the other survivors of Phaendar are a little freaked out by all these skeletons, but they need all the help they can get right now.
They are allies.
Yes, we've gone from the point of, no, I won't give you these crystals to raise more, to, well, what you gonna do, really?
Goblin says, "So you want me back in my cell, boss?"
Can't really stop him from making them.
You don't have a
Well,
cell.
So what do I just do? Sleep somewhere here?
Yeah. Well, we just brought back a ton of beds.
I thought those beds were for all of you.
Well, that's for anyone who takes one. First come, first serve.
I call one without a hole in it.
Well, I call mine a bed. Call it what you want, as long as you sleep on it.
Auburn actually. When you do come back, the big chest of trinkets and items that you believe came from the town. You leave it out and just summon everybody. And many of the residents are overjoyed because some of their own items, little baubles from home that they thought were lost forever, are completely are basically found. And
Well,
at least
thank
for
God I got my teeth back.
well, you laugh, but that kind of thing is what's going on. Like people find like little like family heirlooms. Like maybe it's like it might be something as simple as like a wooden bowl that their grandmother made 10 years ago. Jet finds a scarf that she knitted herself a couple of years back. Kinning actually finds one of her forge hammers.
The important heirloom of the thing that you made yourself not too long ago.
Oh, it's just examples of what it could be. The point, though, is that for a moment, everybody is actually in high spirits and overjoyed. They're forgetting the fact that they're in the middle of a cavern, hiding out from an army of hobgoblins. Even if it's only for a few minutes, it feels like home again.
We're very much in a Battlestar Galactica scenario.
Sure.
We got through the halfway point of the entire show where we found a planet, we settled down, and that's when the Cylons found us again. And then we ran away, and now we're living in a cave.
Yep. Yep.
Which is very much the end of the original Battlestar Galactica.
Well, you're just scratching the surface in the beginning here.
Well, no, not really, because in the beginning, it was out without form, I think you find. It was a void. I think you find somebody has to bring. You guys gonna let me continue with the Bible, or are you gonna just interrupt me?
So
Well,
the legend says that darkness was over the face of the deep, so that means there was water.
Actually, that's only God. What is that? Nordic mythology?
Well, which fort do we want to try and go to for our next expedition?
Auburn says if we're assuming that these forts are nearby, right? And they're located on this like
Well, no,
little
they're
map
several
here.
days away.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. The nearest one is to the east.
Yeah.
So maybe we should try and go for that one first. Leave a few days from now, like rest up, maybe train them to fend for ourselves. But it looks like nothing's been going on here.
Yeah,
At
why
least.
did we train all these people? We didn't bring a single one with us.
Militia or something, self-defense,
Random to defend the cave.
Could probably trap the entrance also.
Sure, we only have one child here. We didn't need him anyway.
I really want to see that kid dead.
Well, I'm just saying, you trap an entrance, and who's the most likely one around here to fall into a trap? Which one of these people has had a log smashed into their head already?
A few of them, actually.
Yeah, including the child.
Well, the child is the only one that's still alive from that
Oh my god,
group.
they're all dead?
Yeah.
They're all zombies? Am I in a
His
room full
son.
of zombies right now?
No.
Well, if they're all dead, if the
Nice
child
try.
is the only one alive...
No, you're good.
Wait, was this all a dream?
Yeah.
Yes.
All in a snow
Dream
globe.
sequence.
In a
Okay.
snow globe, in a child's imagination,
Fuck.
outside of a
gonna-
hospital.
Work on setting up a trap for the entrance. similar to what they did for the encampment beforehand.
Okay. So yours isn't going to be scroll themed.
No.
Also, you're not going to have a plus 33 to it like the other child did.
Before Vel is still here, he can guide you as well if you
God,
want.
He
he's
can
still here
help.
too.
Yeah, of course he is. He's just an NPC now.
Yeah. He can help.
So we were against the leather face wall idea, but putting a trap there, that's fine.
See?
That is literally the worst he's ever rolled.
Of course it is, because it's me rolling it.
That is a 3.
He's got upwards to like 50 before.
Yeah.
Anyway, can you roll a craft trap making or the mechanics?
Yep. Traps.
If I'm not doing anything, I'll definitely help with this.
Mark where the trap is, just so we know where it is on the map.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the choke points here.
Anton will help with that, sure. Okay, make sure that stays there. What kind of trap is it, by the way?
Something in a similar vein to what they did with the encampment before.
If it's like what Forvel did, then it'd be some sort of like
Yeah.
like wall thing that slams down or something, hitting the
Yeah.
people.
Like, I forget what they're
Leave it
called.
at deadfall.
But, like a thing that swings out with spikes or something like that.
I mean, all you really needed maybe a couple pieces of rope and a log filled with spikes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And a couple of Ewoks in the Empire.
I have like a tripwire or something, that we all know about.
Yeah, famously you looted that piano that one time.
Yeah, just Vietnam stuff. Basically.
Yep, okay.
God, I don't know how to react to that. Just Vietnam stuff. I think you have a hashtag in front of that.
Yeah, just Vietnam things.
So Auburn basically
Vietnam
says,
world problems.
Auburn says, look, if we're gonna march with a lot of people, obviously the caves here are still short term, but looks like we're basically cleared out most of this region. And it might take a while before they even figure out that encampment has been ransacked and destroyed.
Really, it
we
looks
have
like
to-
that tower's getting bigger.
You're talking about the tower where Phaendar is?
Yeah, the tower, the only tower that's actually been growing this entire time.
I don't have no idea what you're talking about.
I really hope I'm talking to the character right now, because if the GM doesn't know what I'm talking about, I'm in real trouble.
If you're referring to the Obsidian Tower, that stopped growing. That's just sitting there. They've already set that up as a
Then why
base.
is the thing getting bigger every time?
Oh, that's how much territory they control.
You've been saying the tower's getting bigger, and then the token gets bigger.
No, the territory's been getting
I assume it was
larger
just
and larger.
how far they've spread.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
then
like
clearly
what
we
they
haven't
control.
cleaned out the region. They're actually expanding into the region.
But we still have, maybe we have like a month maybe to operate without them bothering us as much as they did before.
That is
at
a
least down
wildly
here.
random guess you've just made.
I know it's a random guess, but it's the best guess I can give.
Well, how about we just don't guess? How about we just assume the worst? Just assume they're already here.
We've been assuming the worst since we've been on the run.
Cool.
And for the first time in a long time, it feels like maybe we have a chance.
Wait, you've been assuming this whole time that we didn't have a chance?
She kind of, Auburn actually looks down for a second. She says, it's been difficult.
I mean, if that's the way you're going to think about it, why don't we all just fucking slit our throats now? What have you been fighting for if you thought there was no chance?
Well, now we have a chance, and it's worth fighting for still.
And it wasn't before.
It was before.
I feel like you're trying to give some sort of inspirational speech, but all I'm hearing is that you had no faith in this operation the entire time. You know how
Even though I was
disheartening that
here.
is?
Go ahead, Anton.
I just said, even though I was here, you had no faith in this.
Yes. Even after you watched his boyfriend die, you had no faith in this.
The faith in us was that we would survive. I didn't realize how big this operation would be. If they're digging in and if they're staying here, we got to be prepared. We finally have a chance to meet up with the Rangers. I've been saying for months that we need their help, and it looks like they now maybe need our help more than anything else.
It's going to be super effective when we go to rescue the people that we counted on to rescue us.
But that's more bodies, more people that we can use to go against them. And then we're going to have to figure out a way to take the fight to them. But how are we going to fight an army?
I mean, eventually we're going to be in their territory, so it's going to be really easy to take the fight to them.
But we're not there yet, and we got to figure out what to do next first. My suggestion is still the same. Let's check out what the east is. Maybe we'll be lucky and we'll actually find that fort.
I mean, the capital is over there.
What do you mean, the capital?
The capital is over there.
You're talking about the capital of Nirmathas?
Yeah.
The capital of Nirmathas is not going to help us here. It's way too far.
It's not actually that far. It's literally just where the map ends. That end of that little river there is where the capital is.
I know. So you're suggesting we run to the capital?
No, I'm just saying it's there. You're saying head east, and I'm saying the capital's right there. It's also a giant lake, so you'll be pretty much forced to stop heading east.
No, it's northeast.
No, it's right here. It's at the end of the river.
Oh, I mean the fort is slightly northeast.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I meant east.
Not
East
direct.
is the capital and the giant lake.
It's all right. I knew what you meant.
Well, let's
Also, pointedly, the Rangers have a third of their numbers left.
We don't know how many are left.
If they're holding up in forts, and they had 3 forts, and 2 of those forts are gone, then we know at least 2/3 of them are probably gone as well. Otherwise, the 3rd fort wouldn't be able to hold them all, let alone survive a siege, given the amount of resources needed to supply 3 times as many people. So either 2/3 of them are dead, or 2/3 of them have starved to death.
Or they could be out there in the woods fighting them the entire time. We don't know.
I mean, we're living off the land reasonably effectively.
But they don't have Ravel.
Sometimes it feels like we don't either.
Yeah.
I mean, look at him. He doesn't even speak anymore.
We can count
Wonder
our
what he's
blessings later.
crafting now.
Hey now, I
Crafting
speak
anything.
a lot, thank you.
Worst impression I've ever heard.
I'm not trying to make an impression. I'm just trying to sound like I'm 14.
Still not a good impression.
I didn't say it.
All right,
Pretty good.
let's get set up to go to this fort this way.
Which one?
Which one?
We go to the attack fort, not the hobgoblin or the troll one.
Yeah.
I think pointedly, I don't know. It seems like the troll fort might be the one to go to.
I was thinking that, like, if that's where they're staging their trolls, if we could go and actually like eliminate their trolls first.
Well, that or the
Might-
fact that that one's marked something with trolls and they have trolls, so maybe they're keeping a bunch of trolls there to siege the place.
Yeah, exactly. We could just go and like wipe them out. That wouldn't be. We don't know if that's supposed to be a fort or if that's just like maybe another camp full of trolls. I don't know. That's the thing. We don't know what it is. Yeah, the northeast fort. At the very least, we can scout it out and see if that's the one that they've actually taken over, if it's destroyed.
Well, the troll one would be the northwest one.
Well,
The
we don't know if that's a
hobgoblin one would
fort.
be northeast, and the fort that says attacked is east. I mean, relative to us. I mean, just to keep differentiating one from
So-
another.
Yeah, like that's northeast. This is like far north, and then the trolls are northwest.
I'm sorry, are we
So-
not here?
This one
Oh, we're
is
here.
Or are we here? Because that's our...
we're
this is
right
our
here.
symbol.
This is our symbol.
Yeah.
We're no longer at the Red Jaw camp.
Right,
Yeah, you're not
so
at the Red Draw anymore.
northwest, northeast, east. I know, technically it is northeast, but we can't say northeast
yeah, like
and other
northeast, and that's
northeast.
like northeast. It's whatever. Anyway,
So this one has the potential of having rangers in it that we could link up with and get some form of communication with.
yeah, if they're repelling them, if they're fighting
Whereas
them back.
this one is probably where that guy is meeting,
Oh,
and
is that
then
where I
this
can get scab at?
place has trolls.
Which
yeah,
guy are
this
you talking about?
Scav.
Scab.
Scaviston.
Yeah.
So you think Scaviston is going to the troll fort or the hobgoblin fort?
The Hobgoblin Fort.
Hobgoblin Fort.
Okay.
Because that's probably where the other person is as well. Because we don't know if the trolls are a fort or a camp or what.
You know, if we pick wrong, we're going to wind up face to face with a dragon.
Yep.
Yeah, but the dragon they said isn't being very helpful. So
Well, that just might mean it's not as powerful as I thought it would.
it's
And you know, a not powerful dragon is still pretty powerful.
still a dragon. Yeah.
So we can either go for straight up fighting at the northwest or like very north one, or we can try and link up with the ranger people in the northeast.
If we think we know their location, we could also just, scout and not instigate anything.
Yeah,
Some small groups.
could just find the exact location and kind of guerrilla warfare it.
Well, I just mean if we scout, we could scout all three at once with a couple of people apiece.
We can
Yeah.
try that, actually. I think that's not a bad idea.
Who said that?
Auburn.
Sorry, you have the same
That-
voice for just about everybody, so it's hard to tell who's
that-
talking.
That seems like a good idea.
I mean, what do you want me to do, man?
It's both a joke and serious at the same time. I
know.
don't know that could have been Forvel for all I know.
No, Forvel is like more high pitched like this.
I think you think I have good ears.
There is a difference between
Well,
my voice and Forvel's, right?
So who's going where?
Oh, Jesus.
I thought actually the NPCs we could use the hunters.
They are willing to go out.
I'm not actually trying to declare a split the party scenario where each of the
Yeah,
PCs goes somewhere. We've done that for 30 sessions. I don't know how many sessions. We've done that a while.
You did that for
That
like
took a
8 or
while.
9.
Long
Yeah.
Shadow
You did
took a
that
while.
for 7 sessions, and let me tell you,
Yeah.
holy shit.
Yeah, we went to Long Shadow, and now look at Long Shadow. It's got one of their symbols on it.
So who's going where?
For Auburn says, what about King? Where did he go?
Straight to hell.
Don't know. He just kind of bailed.
Maybe we could use him if we can find him as well, but looks like he's like content on getting money, isn't he?
That seems to be his primary goal.
Well, if we find King, maybe we could ask him to maybe scout out one of these forts.
Got to keep a couple coins in our pockets.
It's fine. It's like it's pay for aid.
So, who is going where? Who are you going to send to where? So I know.
Well,
Where
now
do
that
we
I
wanna
think
go?
about it, we actually have quite a number of people trained to just do this sort of thing. It's like
You
you
do?
trained 20 of them all at once.
Yeah.
Now, who's the oldest
Yeah.
and most infirm?
That's who you're sending to the dragon.
Well, we don't know which one's the dragon. We should, if it's a risk of losing people, we should probably lose the least. Run it like a meritocracy. Who has the least benefit to the whole?
I mean, the most infirm, I guess, would technically be Auburn and Pharaoh.
Well, we got our first 2 volunteers. Thank you for speaking up, Auburn.
No, this is the GM talking now.
It's hard to tell. Y'all have the same voice.
Oh God.
Just absolutely roasting Rob. So sad.
I'm used to it.
Okay, so those two. What is your suggestion on that?
Oh, well, we send the least able to do anything to scout. We start with the oldest and infirm, and then the youngest and untrained. I'm using the mother bear methodology. A mother bear can always have more cubs.
Wouldn't that also mean that they would perform worse at scouting, though?
Could be. At the same time, do we want to lose trained and valuable scouts who also have other jobs here in the camp?
Do we want to lose our only half cleric?
Well, maybe we don't go scouting first. Maybe we give her a couple of days to train a younger person in the ways of the cleric.
Well, you do have somebody else that does cast Cure Light Wounds, and that's
Thank you, Auburn. Thank you.
And that's
Bro.
Meyer.
Don't do it to him.
So there you go. We already have replacements for that.
Not as good as the others,
but still effective.
Speaking of which,
we send out the old and infirm and the young and untrained.
Speaking of which, I gotta level up all these NPCs.
Yeah, sure. You sure do. How about we just send the people that are good at scouting to do the scouting?
Let's
Again, I want to
do
point
more
out
towards
our losses will be
confirming
greater.
our successes.
Our losses will be greater if they get killed.
They can ensure that they do not, if they are skilled.
Oh, I didn't know you could just make that choice. I thought all those people that died were horrible losses that incurred on the behalf of the evil that they had tormented from, but that they
just
to learn that they just chose to die. Wow, man, this puts everything in a whole new light.
See, if I was in that situation, I would simply not die. I'm built different.
Yeah. Different breed.
We're made of certain stuff.
Like I said, we have a limited number of people. We need to keep all the healthy, trained, valuable people that have jobs here that cannot be replaced. The hunters should not go scouting. We need them to maintain food.
We have, Operin says, we have over...
perishable food. It will go bad. It's not like we have, I don't know, I'm going to call this mysterious invention, I'm thinking of a refrigerator. It's not like we can keep it cold in forever.
I'm just saying, we have a lot of food right now.
Auburn, didn't you volunteer for a scouting mission?
I did not.
I thought I heard you say you did.
You heard wrong.
It must have been somebody else talking that sounded just like you.
Coriel, you're the trained soldier man. Why don't you give an opinion?
I mean, as soldiers just run in and kind of fuck shit up. I wasn't much of a scout, but if we want to split everybody, if we want to split people up, yeah, we need to send at least one hunter probably out, someone that knows how to move through the woods to try and get close to these places and see what they can find. The fact that they know how to move through the woods probably helps them increase their chances of survival. We don't want to be sending out children to try to do this.
A feral child knows how to live in the woods.
Okay. So who do we have that's good at hunting and that
Well,
stuff.
all right. With most of the training you've given them, like a lot of them are pretty skilled at it. The best hunters you have are probably going to be Daryl, Remo, Landra, and then Tydell and LaRosa.
Okay.
Don't send Daryl.
So that's 5. If we can
That's
get
out
one
of
more,
character.
we can
Don't send
send
Daryl.
out.
That's
Well,
a planned play.
We can send out
We also
2-person
have me.
scouting parties.
Daryl hates elves, and these forts
I
are full
can-
of elves.
I am also hunter person, which would make 6.
I mean, do you want to jump off from the party for a little while? Go
I mean,
scouting?
I'm okay with it. I mean, it's not like we're gonna go and get in a big fight, before we
Damn
finish
it.
scouting,
Last words.
right? Surely nothing like that would happen.
You're gonna be
He's
sitting there.
absolutely sure.
You're sitting there watching a dragon tear down on top of you and wishing, God, I wish I had sent the old woman to do this.
Yep.
Oh yeah, absolutely sure.
I mean, it would make 6.
Okay,
So what are you gonna
alternative
do?
idea before we settle down on this. What if we split our encampment up into thirds, and we just sent a third of our encampment to each one of these forts?
Just so they have some backup if anything does go
Yeah.
bad.
That also seems reasonable. Well, we should probably have someone here, right?
Well, no, that would mean sending everybody out. It also ensures that if one of us finds the right fort, that a third of us will survive.
Auburn says we're not attacking the forts; we're just gathering information, right?
Yeah. Supposedly.
I mean, that was my plan. Just scout out and see what's going on. Not try to assault these forts blind.
Yeah, no, that's why I said too, scout the forts, but then we decided we were going to send our best and brightest. You know who else did that? The Nazis.
What the
What?
Okay then.
Look what they got left with at the end. All I'm suggesting is we prefer a reverse Nazi.
Okay, so what are we doing?
I don't even know.
Sending a third to scout?
No. We're sending you apparently to scout one place. I'm assuming Coriel to another because you're the soldier. And who's a better assassin than Anton over here? Assassin's got to be stealthy.
Yeah.
Just leave the base to me.
I mean, my
Alone, by
stealth
myself.
is like just kind of okay, but my natural knowledge and ability is pretty good.
Yeah, you lived in the woods all by yourself for a long time.
Yeah, pretty much. It's also my job.
It's your job.
Well, it was Sirach's job for
I don't know what
for a
your
while.
job is, so I could. You're saying it's your job. All I know is you were a hermit that lived in the woods.
No, like being like hunting, literally. That was Sirach's profession, was hunting. Pelts and meat and such.
So you're a pelt trader.
Yeah. Stuff like that.
I said I just thought you were a hermit.
No. Well, not by choice.
You're a crazy man who lives in the woods wearing wood as armor and punches bears.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess you three would be the best to solo scout.
Do we want to send like one NPC with each?
Sure, we sent the oldest and the youngest and untrained with each of you.
Damn it.
Look, less mouse to feed is also a good point.
The hobgoblin says, "I'll volunteer if you want."
I don't.
Okay, boss.
Not your boss.
Wow. Really got him there. Okay, so are we just doing solos then, or?
I have no idea what the fuck you're doing at
Art.
this point, because it's kind of been
Gary,
a circular thing.
Opinions?
We've just gone around and around in circles.
Yeah, we need to actually pick something.
You're the ones who are deciding. I'm just the realm of stupid ideas.
Yeah.
Now, what do you
I'm
guys
fine
think
with going
about
out.
Operation Reverse Nazi?
Just stop.
All right, do we want to actually send like multiple prongs out to try and scout everything at once, or do we want to just go in force like one at a time to try and scout things out? We could just leave everybody here, and then we can just stay as the party and just like go up to the closest one, scout things out, see what's going on. If it's something that we can maybe handle, we can try to handle it, and if not,
Yeah.
we just back away and go on to the next one.
I'm not particularly stealthy.
You do have a whole like retinue of rattling bones trailing behind you.
I don't know if they're rattling.
Well,
I
we
just
can
know
let the
I'm
stealthy
not
people
stealthy.
get
The
close.
bloody bones just squelch more than they rattle.
We could have the bones guard like a set position behind. We need to.
Well, the thing is
retreat,
that the
you know?
forts are hidden, right? So we might not know they're there until we're on top of them.
Mm,
So there's not so much a here's our fallback position as like,
Yeah.
oh crap, here's the fort.
I mean, I'm fine with just like the party going out and doing stuff. Seems like
Keep
the
things
most.
much simpler.
Yeah. Even if we're not 100% stealthy.
We can at least just try to approach. We just take it slow. We don't have to go
Yeah.
quickly. I mean, it's what is it? The closest one was like what 7 days.
Well, we
7
might be
days
able
out.
to go faster with my ability.
The closest fort is the one to the east, which is from where you are. Maybe like
6 or 7 days.
6 to 7 days.
Conversely,
The
another
other-
show to check out.
Just for a reference sake, the other two will take you about maybe 2 weeks to get to.
Okay, then yeah, if it's going to take that long for any kind of scouting parties to get there and back, we might as well just go as a group.
You
to
know,
the
it should only
closest
take
one.
like an extra day to reach trolls from this one to this one. If that takes 7 days, that's only like 5 meters on this map more. So you figure that's what, 8 days, and then that's only 10 more meters, so that'd be like 10 days.
Remember, the map is not necessarily 100% exact, but
Well, this is also our rough idea. We don't know the
Yeah.
exact position.
Yeah.
that too.
It
Right,
could
I'm
be
just saying
further.
that to the scale of the map that we do have,
Yeah.
they're not that far apart.
It wouldn't be that much longer. But I still think the closest
See, I
one
was
is
thinking-
correct anyways.
I was thinking from your location it'd be about 10 days to where the trolls would be, and maybe like 13 to the fort. Where the
Probably needs to be
hobgoblins may be.
further up then.
Well, maybe then.
It'd be more like this and like
'Cause
this.
if you think that was 8 days, that's 30 there.
Yeah,
So, well, I don't know. That might actually be 10 days.
that's close enough. Again, it's not exact.
I don't know how I
The map-
measured here of 30 before, and then this was 35. Now suddenly it's 45. Whatever.
Because I just moved it.
I didn't know you had that power. I thought Rob
My
wrote it.
text.
Yeah, I thought Rob wrote
No,
it. Well, no
Nope.
wonder it was so.
I'm
wrong.
the one writing stuff down. So yeah, going this way seems
that way.
correct. Also because it might just have the scouts in there.
I mean, it's the closest thing that we have. We're trying to find the forts. This is the one that we think might be the closest, so we might as well just scope it out and just stay
Yeah.
as a group, stay in force.
So we go this way.
So you're going to be sending the whole group there?
No, just the party.
party.
We're not
Oh,
going to
the whole
send
party,
the
okay.
NPCs
All
back there,
30
yeah.
people.
So all 4 of you and the skeletons, and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we want to take Auburn? Feel like we should.
Yes, let's
Just
take the
because-
old and infirm, as I said.
Healer and knows the most about the scouts if we run into
And
them.
she has kept me alive on a couple
Yeah.
of occasions.
So let's also take Auburn.
Yes, let's
Up.
deny the rest of the facility an ability to heal.
All right.
No, they have a person with Spare the Dying and like Cure Light Wounds twice. In Meyer. So yeah, that's what we're doing.
we will save that then for next time because it's like 9:55, and I think this is a good place to stop.
Makes sense.
Do this.
Oh, why is there a tiny Sirach on the map?
That's us now. Tiny
Okay,
me.
that's gonna be the traveling.
Well, yeah, we already had the what's it symbol?
The Hemlock
Weird-
Banner.
The thing that I destroyed
Yeah,
once
but-
and came back somehow.
It's also our camp at this point. So.
Well, no, the cave icon that's underneath it is our camp.
Yeah, but like,
Look, I
Right.
understand that nobody likes the Hemlock symbol. I tried to destroy it and somebody put it back.
Yeah, the GM.
I mean, I destroyed it in character, so...
I actually didn't know you did that, but
Yeah, you don't remember? Little boy brought it up, he was so proud of it. And then King stomped it into the fucking ground because it's dumb. It's just
I
so
do remember
fucking
that.
dumb.
all right, well,
Wasting time on this little boy.
do it next time.
well, let's do outros. So introduce yourself, starting with Pandarin.
Yeah, that's me, and I'm playing Surok, the guy who punches everything. Specifically bears, though. Just haven't really run into any.
We'll get you some bears soon. Don't worry about that.
All his friends are bears. It's very tragic, very sad.
Then we got Gary.
Yeah, Gary, Coriel, just swinging an axe.
Hey, it's working so far. Then we got
Fire axe.
Arcloid.
Arcload, I play Anton Bartz, Anton the Killer. I think that name might stick.
Anton is slowly turning into like a maniacal murderer.
He's becoming an assassin. Straight up.
He went from like being a let me get out of here coward to I'm gonna kill all these assholes. I love it.
Hey, he's got the same motive as me now.
That's character growth, ladies and gentlemen. And finally, Theta.
Yep, just some guy wandered in, trying to get rid of old people.
And all your skeletons, you want to introduce them too, or no?
Sure, I got arrows, I've got hand, I got scar, I got dents. I'm missing somebody.
They all perform various functions.
Don't
Dog,
forget.
I've got dog.
There you go. I have to kill all of them soon.
Well,
Anyway,
dog will probably go next. He's my weakest of the group, and he's not really adding anything, so I'll probably send him into the worst danger.
I like how you have a hierarchy for all these so far.
Yeah, I know who's my most valuable. Scar.
Yep. Followed
See
by
if we can
probably
get
Hand.
you a dragon.
Yeah. Hand was
Then-
strong from the beginning.
Oh, I can't wait.
And
If you
either
do-
arrows or...
Oh, I can't
One-
wait till later.
Yeah, I can't wait till
Well-
you think you've beaten me, and then I pull out this thing that I've been holding on to this whole time.
I know. And I'm
Can't
your
wait.
GM, Rob. Thank you so much for being here tonight, everybody. Thank you for playing. I apologize for not being here last week. But we are back on track. New year, lots more plot and story to go through. And I got to tally some XP. Real quick for shout-outs. Check out all of the stuff I'm doing on this channel here, and check out all my writing at techraptor.net. That's techraptor.net for all your gaming needs. I will have a review coming up soon, but I can't talk about the game. It's embargoed. And Theta, all yours.
Oh, wow. I haven't even gone on a date yet.
That one took me half a second.
Yeah.
I normally I expect flowers, maybe a nod of approval, but for you, it's free. Anyway, what's your talk about your channel, please, before I kill this joke to the ground.
Yeah, practice on YouTube and Twitch. We have streams on Wednesday mornings, Ironclaw. Evenings, of course, we got here Pathfinder. In the mornings, we're looking at a new game coming up, Torchbearer. Eventually, it's not in development.
Mhm.
Possibly, we may even get Traveler back in the afternoons. But right now, we also have D&D in the evenings, and we have our bi-weekly podcast, Notes from Naileth, about games design. I believe that's everything we have going at the moment that's actively streaming. Check out the other non-streaming content on YouTube.
Yeah, he posted the the Raw video, the wrestling.
I did see the wrestling video. It was fun.
Yep, once a month. We're building up the next level of matches.
Yeah, get
Deciding-
fucked, Gary.
What's up?
Get fucked. I beat you in wrestling. God, I'm so much better.
I feel so heartbroken that
Yeah.
my Babylon 5 avatar.
Look,
went
man,
down.
I don't have that
Babylon
much to add to you.
It's all good, man.
I was making your character. Like, what do I know? What do I know? He's got a beard.
I'm watching Babylon 5.
Pretty built big dude, and he's watching Babylon 5.
Yep.
That's alright, I've been unlocking more things in the game because there's certain things you have to unlock, like intros and everything like that by playing. Unfortunately, playing on a keyboard for 2K19 is kind of hard, so I'm not winning a lot of matches, but I'm slowly unlocking stuff.
Can't you like plug in like a controller?
The only controller I have is what I'm using for my Final Fantasy playthroughs, which is a Super Nintendo controller. So I don't know that that's gonna be much better.
Dude, all right. So for those that are interested, and if you really want to fund it, make sure to get Theta $50-$60 for a wired or wireless Xbox controller that can plug into a PC.
See, it's my thing though, is I don't really like those new controllers. Yeah, see, I know you have one there, but I haven't gotten anything past like a PlayStation 1 controller back in my time.
Oh,
But my thing is, I even got Final Fantasy 1 from Steam, so I wanted to see what the difference was. So I played it all the way through the NES version, and yes, I played it on the Super Nintendo controller. But it's not really that different, other than you just hit the buttons sideways instead of normal.
God, how are you going to get through Final Fantasy X?
I mean, I played that one already. I mean, not on stream. I'll be playing it again on stream, but I played it back in the day on PlayStation 1 or whatever.
Okay.
I'll have to do it at that point. But what I'm saying is, the Steam version is running whatever controller is modern. It's like, that's not what I played this stuff on. Like, it's using a game that used an NES controller, and here, play it on the Xbox controller. I'm like, what the fuck? Well, I have to download like some sort of mod to be able to use an SNES or a NES controller with it. It's like, what are they doing? Who wants to play a NES game with an Xbox controller?
Me?
Yeah, I know,
Criminally
you're
insane.
weird. This is why you jumped into the chat while I'm playing Final Fantasy 1, telling me all this stuff that's on the update. It's like, what? But then again, you played the game and you had bonus dungeons and shit.
And on that note, everybody, it's time to go. Thank you so much. Check out that Final Fantasy streaming and all the other gaming and all that stuff. And we'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Adios.
Babylon 5.